Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Admiral Markets webinar. Today, my name is Nenad, and today we will have the first webinar about Trix indicator. So this will be our first webinar concerning Trix indicator, and this is important for you to know because I'm not sure that you have ever encountered this indicator, and it can be used in many different trading systems. Also in the trading systems which can definitely help you to scalp swing the market. The thing is that Trix indicator is used mostly on intraday trading systems and intraday methods. So at basically near the end of the webinar, I will show you my ideas how you can use and improve this system. So this is our first webinar in Trix indicator series, and probably in August there will be another webinar concerning indicator presentation, which will be also used in this Trix method. Okay. Of course, because MetaTrader 4 does not have a Trix indicator by default, you can email me and I will send you the indicator, of course, after the webinar. Before we begin, risk disclaimer. As always, our standard is disclaimer. Online educational materials are developed by Admiral Markets as Estonia for a global audience. Therefore, please take into consideration the information this session may not be suitable for everyone. To get the corresponding information, charting conditions, and any detail, please visit www.admiralmarkets.com, select your country, and contact an appropriate entity. Okay, so risk disclaimer, I forgot to put the slides, but I already told you the disclaimer, so we can proceed. Okay. So Trix Explained, this will be very straightforward webinar. We won't talk very much about theory, so we won't do a lot of theory crafting. My idea for this webinar is to introduce you to this Trix indicator, to explain you what Trix is, and to show you the general ideas behind possible Trix systems. Okay, and let's start. So Trix is basically an oscillator, and this form of Trix which will be used, it will be shown as a line. Okay, that will be shown as two lines. In this way, which we'll use Trix, it's basically similar to MACD, but instead of using it for trend capturing, we will be using it for basically giving us signals. But also, one of the advantages of Trix indicator is because it's oscillator, it can definitely help you in trading momentum. Okay, it can definitely help you to find overbought and oversold conditions. Okay, it also can be used for identifying divergence. Today, because we have the first session about Trix indicator, we will be using Trix indicator for signal purposes. So basically, we will be using it for taking the entries in the market. Okay, so we will be using it for taking the entries in the market. Also, it's important for you to know that, because I can see that people are still coming in, MetaTrader 4 does not have Trix indicator by default on itself. So you should email me, and of course I will send you the indicator, which you should put into indicators folder and basically just plot it on your charts. Okay, and of course, guys, we will not be using these signals and trick signals when market is heavy with strong news, when market is moving erratically as basically we have today FOMC market. So for testing purposes, do not use Trix today. Let's start testing it from tomorrow, okay? Because we will have big news later, FOMC rate hike decision. And yes, FOMC decision, FOMC conference will be held in 2 hours, okay? So 6 GMT, so be ready, and I advise you to close all your positions because the market will be very, very volatile, guys. Do not gamble, okay? It will be very, very volatile, okay? Now, general consensus behind Trix indicator is that Trix is basically a smooth price with 14 period exponential moving average, or EMA. Also, how it's calculated. This is how it's calculated. Some people use 14 period exponential moving average. Some people use other periods. But let's say this is a general consensus behind Trix calculation. So it's a smooth price with 14 period exponential moving average, or EMA. Then the next step is smooth EMA from step 1 with 14 period exponential moving average. Then the third step is to smooth the EMA from step 2 with 14 period exponential moving average. And when all that is smoothed out, we basically divide the value, which is triple smoothed of today, from the one of yesterday, okay? And then you should have a Trix indicator. This might sound confusing to you, but actually, guys, it's not, because this indicator is very straightforward. It's used pretty much as two-line indicator, but I also saw some systems which use multiple time frame Trix. Now we won't be talking about multiple time frame Trix. We will be talking about current time frame Trix, triple exponential moving average, or triple moving average, okay? Now, Trix advantages is basically that Trix indeed confirm you the trend. So once you see that Trix has gone through its cycle period, it can tell you a current trend, okay? Now, we can use Trix to basically on different settings to give us the trend direction and also to give us trade signal, okay? Today we will be showing, I will be showing you examples of trade signals from Trix indicator. But also, of course, on different settings, it can serve you basically as MACD to confirm the trend. So Trix is a momentum indicator which can help you to define current time frame trend. Because it uses triple exponential formula, it is also suitable for multiple time frame analysis. We can cover that in one of our next webinars, but at this time we will be using it, as I say, for trade signals, okay? Then Trix can be also used for trend reversals, and basically it's very, very same as trade signal. I will be showing you that later. So it's pretty much, I can say, automatic. You saw the formula for Trix, and probably you thought that sounds very complicated. It is not complicated because programmers have taken into account the formula, they take that formula into account, and they have made a custom indicator for MT4 platform, because MT4 does not have triple exponential moving average by default. So basically it's a coded indicator which uses previous formula which I was showing you, okay? Also, you can ride the trend with Trix, and Trix, now it's important to know that Trix is used for on different settings for trend riding, trend signals, and capturing current time frame trend. So periods are different, okay? Periods for Trix indicator are different. They're not the same for trade signals concerning trade entries and trade reversal entries, momentum, and trend capturing, okay? That is also important for you to know. Because of that, again, Trix can be used as multiple time frame tool, okay? Uh, yes, yeah, I see people are still coming in, some of late, but you didn't miss much. And also this webinar is being recorded, so it will be uploaded definitely. You also guys probably, I don't know if you traded some pairs today or yesterday. We had some good setups from session recap, and also today I did revised Australian dollar analysis. Basically, you can read it on Admiral Markets website, and we have a short breakout. Guys, yeah, Peter is asking me for Trix indicator. Peter, please be so kind and send me an email so I can respond you. I cannot write down your email at this point, so you just need to send me your email. My email address is tarantulafx@gmail.com. Just send me email request and I will be glad to send you the indicator, okay? My email is tarantulafx@gmail.com. I can write it down, so guys, for all of you who still do not know my address, I will write it down. So it's tarantulafx@gmail.com, okay? So this is my address, and of course you can ask for indicator. So this is about basically about something short about Trix indicator. As I already told you, I won't bother you with much theory crap behind all of these things, because having a formula and those things will not help you in your trading. It helps coders to code the indicator. So this is how Trix looks like on period 13. Basically, this is the main line. The main line is usually a red, green dotted line, and signal line is red line. Okay, and this is how indicator should look like when you install it on MT4 platform. Okay. Now, my idea of Trix system is we will use Trix period of 13. Okay. Then we will use trend lines, okay? We will use zero line crosses and trend lines, okay? And we need to wait for the price to move back across the zero line, okay? Jen is asking, when do you use Trix on period 13? I will be showing you the example on 15-minute time frame, okay? 15-minute time frame, so just be patient. Now I will open live chart, okay? So this is, now guys, my idea for this was to use this indicator. So open 15-minute time frame and place Trix indicator. So we have two indicators. You have my pivot indicator, which basically can show you both Camarilla levels and, if you click here, classic pivot points. So this indicator was coded for me by a friend from Croatia, Mick Forex, and he sent me this improved version of Camarilla indicator. You cannot find it over the internet, so most of you usually, I think that most of you have this indicator, and you should have it by now, because I have shared it really a lot. And this is one, you know that this is my favorite indicator. And guys, now just to be sure, okay, let me pause the screen. Do not be confused. Do not be confused, guys, with this is not Camarilla MACD system, okay? This is Camarilla indicator, okay? And Camarilla MACD system is my proprietary method, which I use for giving you entries and analysis each day and on session recaps which are held each Monday. So this is my Camarilla MACD system and Camarilla MACD chart. So do not be confused. Okay, do not be confused, because I have seen that a lot of traders are asking for Camarilla MACD, and they think that Camarilla is actually Camarilla MACD system. It is not. So thanks to Admiral Markets, I am able to share my daily analysis with you, giving you trade ideas, entries, targets, and logic behind the trades, and of course session recaps where I give you exact entries and I advise you how to take those entries and manage it. So that is my Camarilla MACD system, okay? That is my Camarilla MACD. Of course, that can be shared for free, but all this analysis and all session recap webinars are basically my Camarilla MACD trading signals and analysis. But of course, I always use Camarilla pivot point in my trading, and you can see that Camarilla pivot point is omnipresent on my charts, because that is my favorite pivot point indicator, and you know that I am a big fan of pivot points, and I think that pivot points are really useful to have on each system. Okay, so for all of you who have this pivot indicator, Camarilla, you should click on it, okay? So go on pivot, place D1 period, okay? D1 period we will use for this Trix trading system, okay? So D1 period, you see it says tip. It's basically type in Croatian and in Serbian language. So type is Camarilla. Then show vertical lines through, and you need to place show history, because it will be much easier for you to identify possible trading spots. So show history should be put on true, okay? Modris is asking, do you always use Camarilla past? Okay, Modris, when I want to test the system or when I want to test the method, we need to use the past. Because if you test something, you need to see into the past, okay? And then you move on to present. But in order to test something, you need to basically travel into the past. And when you place show history, it will show you historical levels. Okay, I will explain this, guys. Okay, just follow me and do not stare away from this screen. Pay attention to this screen, okay? So pivot indicator has Camarilla and classic pivot points. So we will use Camarilla, okay? Now, daily one is period, show vertical line is set to true, show history set to true, show calculation set to true. ATR period should be set on 5 because this is intraday system, okay? We won't be paying attention much to ATR 5 now. We will be just using these settings. Okay, now, why is important for you to see into the history? If you set show history false, okay, like this, you don't know which historical levels of Camarilla were in the past, okay? You don't know that, right? You cannot see it here. Now you see only the present, okay? This is present. So GBP dollar pair basically has L3, L4, L5 for this day, and H3, H4, H5 for this day, okay? So this is the setting for a Camarilla indicator. Now guys, pay attention. If you go here, indicator list, pivot, and set it to show history true, it will show you the past history of Camarilla. So yesterday, guys, this was yesterday, okay? Okay, look at this. This is new day, okay? This is today. This is history, okay? Look at this. This was, okay, this was H3. This was H4. and this was H5 for yesterday. Then we have L3 with pivot point, L4, L5. Go back in the history. Previous days, so 2 days in the past, H3, H4, H5. If you move the cursor, you can basically see how these levels are shown. Okay, so this is pivot point, this is H3, this is L3, this is so that is history. We need to use the history. Okay, now concerning Trix index, okay, concerning Trix index, if you go to indicators list, press Trix and see the signal period. We will use 8 signal period, okay, and 13 Trix period. So I already told you 13 is this line here, okay, is green line, and signal line, okay, this is indeed this is set like this. So let me check once more. Yes, Trix 13 is basically Trix line, and this line is, I think, because this is not showing and this is much faster, I think definitely that red is 13, no, green is 13 and 8 is red, because red is a signal line always on by default. So this is signal line and this is Trix line, because you see it doesn't show which line is that, but this is important for you to know. Red is signal line. Okay, we will use red for signals. Okay, we will use red for signals. I think that coder of this indicator should just put a different explanation here, because basically this is Trix index and this is not Trix index. This is signal line. Okay, signal line. You can change, of course, the color of this. It's red on default, but it can also be blue. Okay, you can see it here, or this pink color. It doesn't matter. So this is signal line, definitely. How I see usage of Trix, guys, for all intents and purposes, you need to define the trend, and we need to identify the trend on a current time frame. So you can clearly see that past 3 days on M15 time frame were basically, okay, were basically long. So we have a long trend on GBP, and even on 15-minute time frame, it shows you the exact long trend. Now, the first thing what you want to do is spot the trend for at least previous day or previous 2 days. That is very important. So open up your M15 and you need to find the trend. Okay, how you find the trend? You find the trend by using highs and lows and placing trend lines. For this purpose, we will use this trend line. So we have today, we have yesterday, and we have day before yesterday. Okay, we have a clear 2 touches of trend line, almost 3 touches, which tells us that M15 has been bullish on last 3 days. So we should go and find long entry opportunities. So we will now follow the trend. So we go with a long trend, with buy trend opportunities. Okay, so for this purpose we will use this trend line, but I will definitely put a bigger trend line and it will be blue. Okay, so this is trend line, which indicates 2 days of a trend on 50-minute time frame. Okay, here it is. Okay, now important thing is you should use break of trend lines for placing entries. Of course, you always need to watch Trix indicator. Okay, now for long entries, Trix should go ideally below zero line, and then signal line should cross green dotted line while still holding above the main trend line. That should correspond to break of the trend line. So this is, guys, our long entry, okay? At this point, you can see it here. Trix, sorry, guys, this is not. So you can see it here, okay? So this is the signal for our long entry. But the idea is not to take the crossover. You need to wait for this high here to get broken, and then you can go with trend trade, okay? Because this is broken at this point, your entry is here, and you can see that the price was indeed in profit. Okay, another example of a long entry here, you have a trend line, okay? Imagine that this is basically a red trend line which we used here, okay? And you have basically a cross, okay? You have a cross at this point, okay? So this high here, okay, this high, when it's broken, you should use your long entry, okay? So this is the idea of the system. Taking trend line breaks, but also confirming it with Trix breakouts. For easier identification, guys, look at this. Just use the first cross. So you can even use this cross here because that is the first dotted line after the signal line has been broken, okay? So you have a trend line here, right? This is a trend line, and it has 3 touches here. It has 3 touches, okay? It's been broken here, okay? Down, 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 and this is signal, okay? When this high was broken, you have your long entry. And this is actually a good thing, guys. And you know why it is a good thing? Because Trix, as I explained at the start of the presentation, it's actually a lagging indicator, and it captures the trend perfectly. So actually this is very, very good for you, because you will get your entries usually with a good confirmation, okay? Now Camarilla in this case will give you hints. You don't look now Camarilla pivot for entries, but use your logic. Derek is asking, with the first touch Camarilla line or close. The thing is, let's focus on this example, Derek. You see, this is trend line break. What did we say on previous webinars? What is ideal trend line? It needs to have at least, okay, 2 touches. When you have 3 touches, as Tom DeMark says, that is a better confirmation when you have 3 touches. But also having 2 touches is good. But in this case, you have 4 touches. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? And look at this logic here. This is pivot point, right? This is when you confirm the candle. 2 pips above the candle is your entry. So 2 pips. If this candle high was, look at this here, this candle high was 55.37.38. So your entry is exactly at 40, okay? You just go with 2 pips above, and this corresponds also to daily pivot point break. Okay, this is daily pivot point break. It goes up, okay? You place your entry at this price here, at this level, and also it means that daily pivot point has been broken. And you need to, okay, this is your first target. Your first target is usually next Camarilla level, okay? So you can see how the price was touching this level. This entry here, okay, you can see this is the first green line after the signal, and you need to use that candle for a signal candle. 2 pips above the candle, your entry. Okay, same here. Okay, Let's find another entry. Okay, let's use, for example, other pairs. Let's use euro dollar was not good to trade, but let's use New Zealand dollar. Now, guys, if you read my New Zealand dollar analysis, I hope that you have taken the profit, because New Zealand dollar went straight to our target. Okay, it went straight to our target, and if you use the analysis, you would be in a profit at this point. Okay, let me just show you, because I did this analysis a couple of days ago, and I hope that you have taken it. I will show you now. Okay, so you just need to go to an analytics, technical analysis, then we will get back to webinar. Okay, guys, this was the analysis. Also, we used a session recap analysis. So POC first was rejected, and it hit. Look now how Camarilla is precise. It's very, very precise. Look, it hit our target perfectly. Okay, and what did I say? We will use divergence for fade entries. Okay, and definitely, okay, this was the analysis, and the target was hit. Okay, so this is Camarilla MACD. See, very, very accurate analysis and trading method. So that is one of the reasons why I prefer to use this Camarilla indicators. Okay, now let's see New Zealand dollar. Clearly, guys, downtrend. So first of all, what did I say? You need to identify a downtrend. Okay, so last 3 days are definitely showing us a good, even more, so we can use even more history. We have a big downtrend now in New Zealand, and actually let's use these examples. Okay, so let's use this day. So this was previous day downtrend. Okay, so we will use previous day downtrend, and we will use this day signal. Okay, so guys, look at the signal. Okay, look at the signal. I will use this. So this was your signal candle here for a short trade. Okay, for a short trade. Jen is asking, please, sir, why is Trix being used at 13, not as 14? Because I have been testing Trix on 13 period settings. My idea was, because 14 period means 2 weeks, but we should exclude Sunday. Okay, we will not include Sundays. So basically 13 is, in my opinion, period. It's not big difference, Jen. It's not big difference, but it's just a little finesse which I have included in this strategy. Okay, this is what my testing told me to use. So it's not, it's not necessary you can use 14, but my idea is to use 13. Okay, so you look at this. So this was your candle. Okay, and 2 pips below this candle is your entry. Okay, now I will use a trend line here. 1, 2, 3, 4 touches, guys. Okay, look at this. Now 2 pips below the I will move this just to show you. I will zoom it in. Okay, it corresponds to trend line break at this point. So your entry was here. Okay, and look how it goes to your profit target. Okay, you can, guys, this is not a definite, this is my idea, so you can use 10. Okay, I use 13. Okay, I use 13, so you can speculate for that. It's not set in the stone. Okay, it's not set in the stone. You can speculate about it, so don't worry. It's, as I say, it's not set in the stone. Okay. Yes, Carolyn is asking, so we do not wait for candle close for breakout. No, that is why we use Trix indicator. This is confirmation that the trend is turning bearish. So triple exponential moving average signal is telling us that the signal is bearish, but we do not trade the cross. Okay, this was the cross. Okay, this was the cross. The first line, so next candle. When this candle is broken by 2 pips, you take the trade. So this is a signal candle. Okay, guys, just confirm that you understand this concept. I have created this concept, so you cannot read about that on internet. And this is my first opportunity to show you this concept. Okay, so yes, if it's easy, I always, you know how I do these things. I always want to trade and present you with simple stuff, because if it's complicated, it's not good. So we need to keep it simple, right? So guys, how you do it? First step is identify the trend, and you place a trend line to tell you that this is basically uptrend or downtrend. You should watch previous day or 2 previous days for a trend confirmation. Next step is to draw a trend line. So if this is downtrend, which indeed it is, you need to place a trend line, okay, and wait for Trix signal. When Trix signal appears, this is your first, okay, look at this red line. So the first break of Trix, so this is signal line breaking down from top to bottom. Trix main line, this is green dotted line. So this is your candle. So this is your candles. This is, okay, this green line here, it corresponds to this candle. So this is your signal candle. When this candle gets broken, and trend line also gets broken by 2 pips, in this case trend line was valid because it has 3 touches, and you only need to wait for the trend line here and this candle break, and it corresponded here. You see, it corresponds to trend line break and candle break, and you can see the reaction. Okay, a testing result was done on 10 trades, and on 10 trades something around 8 trades were successful. Okay, let's see another example. Okay, let's use other pair. Let's use euro yen. Yes guys, but you know the problem is not always with taking good entries. For example, the biggest problem is when to exit the trade, because sometimes you can be 30 pips in a profit, and if you do not close your trade, you can be stopped out. So you know, that is why we use trailing stop at general levels. Okay, so let's see this example, euro yen. Okay, we will use this day here. So this was basically uptrend, and we will take uptrend entry here. Okay, so this was definitely uptrend. Okay, so you can identify uptrend, and you need to use your trend line break. This is still a trend. Look, this is still a uptrend. Okay, here, but this is bigger retracement. Here we do not have a big enough retracement. Okay, we could use this signal candle, but this would not be good because it would give us only 10 pips. So that is why I'm saying it's ideal for Trix to go down. And here we go, guys. Here we go. We have a trend line here. Okay, trend line here. It's a steep, but it's okay. Trix was broken at this point here. Okay, look, first when signal line breaks, green line, your first green dotted line is signal candle. So this is your signal candle. Okay, I will move this to see the high of the candle. 2 pips above this candle, so 138.77 is your entry. Okay, and this was your entry. Look to the upside. Okay. Yes, this is historical levels. Carolyn, this is historical levels of Camarilla, and you can see it was shifted, but you can see at this time, this was L4 line. Okay. So this was L4. Okay. Do you see it here, Carolyn? This was L4 at this time. So this is Camarilla historical indicator. L4, and this candle was broken. L4 was broken, and it went to daily pivot point and H3. Okay. So yes, Jen, you need to use at least 2 days of trend. 2 days at least. 2 day and previous day. Okay. At least 2 days of trend, because you're doing this on 15-minute time frame, so it's always best to use it on 2 days and yesterday. Okay, so 2 days indeed. Okay, I will use one more example and then you can ask questions. I think this is very clear, and this is not, guys, this is not hard. Okay, this is not hard. Let's use, for example, we need to find trending pairs. So you only need to find pairs which are trending. Okay. And yeah, I was testing it on 15 minutes. So I don't know if it works on other time frames, but I know that traders really love to see intraday strategies. So I have been testing this on 15 minutes. Yes. Okay. For example, let's see dollar yen if it shows some trend. Indeed. So dollar yen, definitely this day and this day was a signal for bearish trades. So we will use this example. For example, this is today, this is yesterday. Okay. So this is downtrend. Okay. And you need to wait for signals. So we are trading this day. We can easily see that there is a trend line here. Okay, there is a trend line here. Okay, this is your signal candle. Or this is previous candle. No, this is previous candle, because this is green here. This is the cross. So this is your candle, and the low is 0.6. So 0.4 should be your entry. Okay. Okay. Still downtrend. Still downtrend. Okay, this was the entry. This was the entry here at this point here. And at this time, you need to be very careful, because this time you have only one support here. And if you have taken this entry, still 27 pips, not bad, right? Not bad, 26, 27 pips. And you can see that the price reacted to yesterday. So if this was today, yesterday support was here. So price came exactly to this and very close to L4 of today. So this was yesterday, this was today L4, very close. So it almost hit the full pip potential. Full pip potential. Okay. Now about stop loss, you can place your stop loss above the signal candle or above the confluence where you have here. Okay. So if you have traded this setup, your stop loss should be something like 30 pips. Okay. In this example here, because the signal line is our stop loss candle. But it doesn't matter risk, Modris. If you use 0.3, 0.5 each trade. It doesn't matter if you have 100 pip stop loss or 10 pip stop loss. Okay, do you understand what I'm saying? The risk is always the same. You can use 0.5 risk on your account on 10 pip stop loss and on 100 pip stop loss. It's always the same. So only 30 pip stop loss, and it's not bad because basically you could have had 27 pips from this trade. Okay, so you can see the logic behind the trade. Okay, this is ranging market. You don't do anything when you see ranging market. Okay, so let's use uptrend example, and with this I will finish. Okay, so this is uptrend clearly on. We will use this day example. So this day example. So previous day was bullish. This is bullish price action. So you wait for let's see, this is London open here. And exactly this is just after London open. Okay, this is triple touch of the trend line. Oh, we don't see Trix. Let's see if I can show the history of Trix. Let's put 10,000. Maybe it will show us. Yes, good. So this is it. Okay. Okay. Okay, this is it. Above this high, guys, okay, you use long entry. So the candle high was 14, 16 is your entry. Okay, your entry was here. Stop loss should have been placed just below this here, so it's not a big stop loss. So it's something like 20, 25 pips. Your entry was here, and you can see the price directly jumped 21 pip profit. Okay, 21 pip profit. So guys, yes, this is the idea. Okay, this is the idea. Jen is asking MACD for entry. No, we just use signal line. Okay, we just use signal line, Jen. Okay, and you don't mix it up with MACD. Okay. Okay, now I'm looking at your comments. I pressed the button here, and now I have messed up your questions. I hope that I will see your questions. Okay. Aha. Sir, is Trix more advantageous than MACD? Try to demo trade it, Jen, because you need to demo trade a strategy first to see if it fits your style, okay? If it fits your style. So please demo trade the strategy first, and then if you're satisfied with results, try to basically use one strategy, okay? So this is good, as you can see from first showcase of this strategy. This looks good. Okay, guys, I don't see any questions now. I hope that I didn't miss. I pressed the wrong button here, and now I have messed up this screen. I hope that every question has been answered. Okay. I hope that you will like the strategy. This is my own strategy, and as I said, I am presenting you for the first time, so I hope that you will like it. Okay. As I say, guys, FOMC is closed. Be very careful about your trades. Do not trade now if you don't have to, and I will come with updated analysis tomorrow. Okay. Okay, guys. The Modest is asking, have you used this method on DEX? Not yet. Not yet. I may test it. Okay, I may test it. So yeah. So guys, just send me an email and I will give you the indicator. Okay, I don't see any questions, I hope. I don't know if I clicked. If something is not good, please do not I apologize. I don't see any questions now. If you have any further questions, you can send me an email. Of course, I will give you the indicator, and this webinar is being uploaded, so will be uploaded. So if you're not sure about this system, you can watch it again, and then you can, of course, demonstrate it and see if it's profitable for you. So thank you once more for listening. I will be with you very, very soon. Do not forget to sign up for more webinars and, of course, session recap on Monday. And I wish you very, very, very fruitful week ahead. Do not trade during FOMC. Thank you, guys. Thank you. And I will talk with you soon. Cheers and trade safe.